Hey everyone, I'm Ninefish Studio, and today's topic of conversation is habits. And no, I'm not talking about the hit song Habits by Tuvelu. I'm talking about the habits that are in your everyday life that can make or break your character. I've read online and I've seen some studies that if the first thing you do in the morning is check your phone, you're bound to have an anxiety-filled day and other stuff. So what I've noticed is that what habits essentially boil down to is this. Can I complete this action for the next 23 days consecutively? If you do an action, do something for 23 days consecutively, it becomes a habit. Now, some people claim that they're never going to be able to beat those habits because they've had them for so long. I considered myself one of these people. I have a couple of bad habits. Mentioning the first one earlier, the first thing I do is check my phone in the morning, even though I shouldn't. But it's just one of those things that I have a habit of doing and I'm trying to kick. Some other bad habits that I have is like snacking right before going to bed. Sometimes getting a little loud when I get passionate during discussions, even though they're not an intense conversation. These are just things that I have that I told myself that for years I didn't think I was going to be able to kick. But as time has gone on, I'm slowly seeing progress. Some of the methods that I use to combat these things are a couple things. First off, exercise. I've mentioned this in videos before. Exercise is probably one of your best friends. I don't know how to express anymore how much exercise will help you in being consistent and having good habits. Exercise alone is a good habit to have. It's a habit that puts you through uncomfortability only to have great results of a healthy body afterwards. And it's one of those great habits that everybody should have. Every rich person has a habit of exercising, even if it's just running in the morning. But you have to do some sort of exercise. It is the one thing that keeps your mind and body physically sound together. It just helps so much. I couldn't recommend it anymore. One of the second things that I had thought about was replacing what already is going on. So the way I'm kind of thinking about it is, big thing with snacking. I snack right before bed, which is not really good because all that sugar and then you're trying to go to bed, it's not good. But if you replaced what you were snacking, so maybe I shouldn't, if you're having the same trouble as me, don't eat at least an hour or an hour and a half before you go to bed, or you know that you're about to go to bed. And if you do, eat something healthy. Get an apple, an orange, banana, grapes, grapefruits, anything you can think of that you like that's a lot healthier than chocolate, chips, or anything like that. Would be much more helpful for you to curb like an eating habit or anything like that. Because I'm like a finger food person. I snack a lot. So it helps a lot to just, instead of trying to cut snacking out in general, go cold turkey overnight, it's easier to just replace the thing that you're trying to eat with something healthier. Another thing I do for my phone is I put my prayer book in front of my phone, so like that when my mind automatically thinks to go and reach for the phone, it passes by my prayer book first, and I allow myself to think, okay, I can get this prayer in before I wake up and check this phone. It helps me it puts me in a better state of mind going through prayer. And I don't know for any other people, I would say probably read something philosophical, read a quote for the day, have something written the night before, and have it written down on a piece of note that you're going to see it on the way in the morning when you wake up, instead of having to check your phone immediately. And the last thing I'll recommend is tracking your progress. Just take a calendar out, any calendar on your phone or anything like that, write one, create one, and just count how many days you've been successful in keeping those good habits. How many days you've, maybe regressed instead of progressed. Being able to physically see your progress helps the mental load of trying to keep track of everything. And it also gives you like a physical look at, hey, look, I am making progress. I am making these changes. I thought only a few days had passed by, but man, now 2 weeks have passed by and I didn't even realize it. And now you're really deep into these new great habits for you, and it seems as if no time has passed at all. You just went through a few uncomfortable days, and now it's like almost kind of regular, and your body is just kind of used to it. So the last thing I'll leave you with is this: if you decide for yourself that you want to change these things about you, then you have to decide them. Nobody else is going to decide for you. Nobody else can help you. Nobody else can motivate you. Nobody else can help you with the discipline. Nobody. Only you. You have to want this for yourself. You have to get up, you have to get active, and you have to go work for it. That's just what it is. Like Aristotle said, and this quote is a little bit thing, so let me just read it all first. Aristotle said, "We are what we repeatedly do. Excellence, then, is not an act, but an habit." Just take that with you. But that's all I got for you today. And I'm Nine Fish Studio, and I'm out of here.